It was the first Indian web series to be nominated for an International Emmy Award. Inside Edge broke new ground with its high production value, ensemble cast, and contemporary approach to storytelling. It paved the way for other streaming shows like Sacred Games, Mirzapur, and Made in Heaven, who've all found a global audience. Now the team is back for season 2 and things are about to get a whole lot trickier.
So you guys have set the expectations super high because you guys set the bar so high. Is the game getting more intriguing this time around?
That is, the hope, and I feel like the writing team, when they got together after Inside Edge 1, I think was very motivated to sort of make it bigger in its scope, just from a writing perspective alone. And so we put in a lot more cricket. We brought in new issues like the performance-enhancing drugs. We've just layered the characters a lot more. There are many more dimensions sort of opening up for them. And a lot of changes that, a lot of hard decisions for them to make in their journeys ahead. And I feel, everyone went out of the way to sort of make Inside Edge 2 a bigger, better sort of show than the first one.
मैं क्रिकेट को बदलना चाहता हूँ। एक कॉमनवेल्थ स्पोर्ट से ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट बनाना चाहता हूँ।
And you're doing all this for the love of the game, right?
Yes.
Vivek, you made quite the appearance at the end of the trailer.
That's the one, right? He's always making dramatic exits and dramatic appearances. End of the first season, dramatic exit, and everyone was, don't tell me you're dead. Don't tell me Vikrant Dhawan's gone. Is he dead? Is he alive? What's happening with that? And I think that's what Karan and the whole team was going for. I mean, they wanted to create that kind of curiosity around it. But what was exciting and challenging as an actor this time around was to take Vikrant Dhawan, who's all about power, right? He's been now disempowered. He's been, they've taken it all away from him. And he's almost like he's like a wounded lion of sorts, right? Coming to claim back his territory. And that was exciting to play, because this time around you see his fears, you see his vulnerability, yet you see his sense of single-minded focus to get it all back, and that was exciting to play. It was a whole different trip this time around.
The entire comment section is literally only talking about your appearance. Look at the scar, I have goosebumps. What's been the best thing you've received compliment-wise?
I think it was less of a, a lot of the fans, of course, have said some really amazing stuff, and I'd like to thank them for all the love that they've shown Vikrant Dhawan and me, and the show. But I think for me the coolest bit was when the trailer first broke. I sat with my wife, put it on, and she was watching the whole trailer. And the whole trailer went by without a single shot of me, and she was like, okay, what's going on? And she was like kind of looking at me, is everything okay? And I kind of knew what's happening, so I was quiet. And then suddenly the last bit, and then her reaction, the way it changed, and she was so excited and she gave me a hug. I think for me that was special, because I remember after seeing the first season, she was like, I am scared of you.
Winning is an addiction. लेकिन इस नशे में ये मत भूलना. To dance with the devil, you have to be a little crazy.
And Sapna, tell me a bit about your character and what is she dealing with this time around?
So I play Mantra, who we keep referring to as a breath of fresh air in this show. Amongst all these shady people, these manipulators and so on, she's, I don't think she's actually anything like anybody else in the show.
It would be the idea.
No, I know, but...
Yeah, so she brings a lot of, sort of grace, and at the same time she fits perfectly into the world that is Inside Edge, and holds up one end of the spectrum of the murkiness, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I think she, sometimes I feel Mantra is a lot more sensible than everybody else. I think she'll grow on you, like we said, in a very subtle way. She brings a lot of light-heartedness, I think, to the show as well. So I hope everybody enjoys that.
Competition brings out the best in us. लेकिन मैं यहाँ compete करने नहीं, जीतने आई हूँ. And Mantra always gets what she wants.
So of course it's a work of fiction, but it's obviously inspired by real events, real scandals. Was there any, surprise when you read this stuff? Does this stuff actually happen? Were you guys taken aback by it at all?
Yeah, I had a loss of innocence, man. I'm a big cricket believer, right? To the point where, whether it's the IPL or whether it's other matches, I've been that guy who's flown down to see matches in stadiums and followed the team during a World Cup and done stuff like that. So for me, especially because Vikrant Dhawan was the master puppeteer in season 1, he was like the guy pulling the strings, I had to actually understand the whole process, and this guy kind of took me through it, and the research that they had just shocked me. It kind of just, like I said, took my innocence away. Now, when I watch cricket, I'm always like, there's something in the back of my head always saying, garbar to nahi hai kahin, you know? And then that inside edge haunts me. Absolutely.
Clearly, he's off form.
I don't care. I am the captain of the Mavericks, and I decide. I want Prashant on the team.
क्रिकेट में परफॉर्मेंस एनहांसिंग ड्रग्स के बहुत फायदे हो सकते हैं.
And all player will take, Hurricane will win.
If I find out that you have allowed any wrongdoing in the PPL, I assure you that you and this power play league will be appropriately punished.
And for each of you guys specifically with your characters, what's the biggest memory you guys are taking away from this entire experience?
I think my favorite experience with the whole show was we were filming season 2 in Georgia, in Tbilisi. And we all decided to go out one night to party, literally all of us. And it was a beautiful open air kind of club called Fabrika. And there was a bunch of Russians that were pretty loud. And then Karan breaks the news that we've just won the first ever Emmy nomination for international content out of India. And I think, you know, the Russians were shocked what hit them, because we were loud, we were proud, we were partying, we were screaming, shouting, enjoying it. There was like hugging, celebrations happening, like almost when India wins the World Cup, kind of a thing. It was a lot of excitement, and I remember, I don't know how, but I think I was instrumental with it, but it somehow wound up into playing Antakshari. I think it was my bad idea, but it happened. It was a lot of fun.
ऐसे कैप्टनसी करोगे मैवरिक्स से? जब मैं पीपीएल में तुम्हें हराऊंगा ना, तभी खुश होगा. और मैं आपके पीपीएल कमबैक का ना रोल बैक करवा दूंगा. अरविंद वशिष्ठ वर्सेस वायु राघवन, धमाकेदार होगा.
4, 3, 2. Are you guys feeling the pressure to live up to season 1?
So I was watching the whole second season in the dubbing theatre because I was dubbing it into English. And when I finished it, I was just, because I watched the whole thing, and I was so excited actually. If Karan didn't have so much of a beard and a mustache, I'd have kissed him. I loved it. I personally, and I hope the fans agree, I feel that season 2 is way better than season 1. It's far more riveting, it's faster, it's more exciting. There isn't a loose ball, and it's full of sixers.
I can think of only one person who can do something like this.
Are you watching?
Yes, I am. It's all happening just the way I planned.